The game you love above them all. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Ball. I am Colly and I'm joined again by a smug Big Paddy. Paddy, what's going on?
Did you hear the rumour?
What?
Man United are back, baby. Come on.
Fuck's sake. I've put up on the Instagram page. You were gigging when the United match was on the Leicester one. It was very funny. It was. Every time they scored, it was like I could see your face. You were just like you couldn't concentrate on the song. So yeah, that was actually very funny.
I had two set lists ready for that night. I had a real sad one and a real happy one, but luckily I got to play the happy one. Yeah, so it was good.
Right, Paddy, we're back. We've been not ourselves in the last couple of weeks.
No, illnesses, work, trips. Although I'm a little bit ill, but I wouldn't miss it because I care more about the fans than some people. You know what I mean?
I cared about you, to be honest with you. I care about the one and only Big Paddy. So now look, we're back. We're back in person again. Hopefully the sound is good. We've tested it. It should be good.
Sound.
We're going to be looking at everything we've been doing. Going back to the greatest podcast of all time. That's what we are now. That's what we're claiming, and that's what we're going to continue on. So,
greatest Irish Premier League football podcast that's hosted in your house.
Yeah,
in the world.
Yeah, in the world. No one else does it better in my house. Yeah. Nobody.
60% of the time.
Do you know what? It works.
Works 100% of the time.
Is that it? I don't know. It's something like that. Can you name me one Irish podcast like ours that has actually got the number 7 in Ireland? No.
Well, the 6 above us, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I think it was like Gary Neville and all them. They don't count.
Oh, really? No, not actually Irish.
Yeah.
No, I think your man that does the impressions, I think he has a podcast.
Connor? Or which one? Is this Al Foran?
Al Foran,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, we won't talk about that.
Tag him up.
That got disbanded.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we won't go into why that happened.
Oh,
yeah. One of the I'll tell you. I'll fair. I don't like to talk to anybody because what happened? I talked to the guy and he's a sound lad.
Okay.
But that got disbanded. Anyway,
what am I after opening over here?
I'm not starting any rivalry.
Was P Diddy on the podcast?
He'd also have hated if he was. No, so we're looking at the fancy football. We're going to be doing a review. We've got our unpopular opinions. We have some good ones this week again. And then we've got our blind ranking. Again, just a quick little thing to clippable stuff. I know you're a podcast. You don't want to see clippable stuff, but that's what we want.
Ranking,
yes, R-A-N-K. Now, if you were in China, could be something else. And then that's it, because we don't have any predictions, because like I said, we're into international break now, and I'm not entertaining Ireland.
I will have to have a word or two on, I suppose, the Ratcliffe interview and the news that United are moving into 100,000 seater stadium as well.
Yeah, let's see. Let's call that one when it happens, because I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, right, we're going into the football review.
Actually, sorry, before we move on to start this football review, all of our listeners, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay!
Lanja.
Yeah, cheers. That was so gay. Sorry, that was so gay.
That was deadly.
No, but what we did, like, the Patrick's Day thing was cool, but then when we just didn't know, and we did the little cheers there. That was a bit gay.
Oh, no, that was brilliant.
Anyway,
that was the closest I've ever felt
it. Right, Paddy, we're going to be talking about Chelsea first, unfortunately. 1-0 versus Leicester. So Chelsea played in the last 2 games, Leicester and Arsenal, and then United played Leicester and Arsenal. So let's compare. Let's not compare.
Really?
No. Sorry, we'll be fucking putting it there. Let's not compare. Let's take them individually. Chelsea 1, Leicester 0. Paddy, unconvincing win from Chelsea. Not a great performance. Got the job done. Got the 3 points. Good to see.
Scored?
Who was it? Kukurea, I think it was that scored on. brought him into the fancy football, by the way. Clean sheet, goal. Not convincing. Good to get the clean sheet, but serious question marks on our creative stuff again. Like, last game again, I'll just jump onto the two of them because I'm going to be going back and forward. So I'm going to take the two of them as a whole.
Yeah.
And I'll put the other graphic up. Yes, Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. All right, whatever. I'm going to go back to the Chelsea 1, Leicester 0 because it makes me feel better. But even like we played against Arsenal, we didn't have Cole Palmer. We played.
Injured?
I don't know what actually happened. I heard he was ill. I don't know what was going on there because he wasn't even on the bench. So I heard he was ill. I'm not 100% sure.
For the move.
Yeah, well, move forward because we need a fucking striker.
Yeah.
We're really lacking creativity now at the moment with Nicholas Jackson gone and Cole Palmer being out of form.
What's the timeline for Nicholas Jackson? Do you know?
I think he's out for the rest of the season. They were saying late April, I think, but I'm pretty sure he's gone for the rest of the season. Yeah, he's gone for the rest of the season. So I actually don't mind Neto. Neto's been sitting in there. He gets around, but he's not a natural striker. He's not clinical. He's not a clinical striker.
You don't get it in the back of the Neto enough.
Got he. So very unimpressed with Chelsea. Good, happy that we got the win there, but like the 1-0 defeat against Arsenal it was a terrible performance. Only positives I can take out of it. Reece James got through another 80 minutes or so uninjured.
And it's not as if he's aren't fighting for anything.
No. But we have serious Champions League potential there to be looking for. So
from what I heard, it was nearly like accepting that 1-0 isn't a bad result at Arsenal. Like it's just I don't know.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now I think we do have injuries. I don't want to blame that, but we do have a few injuries there. As I said, Cole Palmer's out of form, so that's obviously not injury. We've no recognised striker, so Jackson's out. Mark Gio is out. Lavia, that's another positive. He came back on as well, which means that hopefully we see Enzo Fernandez going out with the team. Look, Enzo actually has been pretty good for us for the last couple of weeks, but I don't think the team benefit enough from him in the team. Yeah. I'd rather see him out. Lavia sitting there with Caicedo and then 3 attacking-minded players because we're playing Enzo in an advanced position when I don't think he actually is an advanced player. I think he's more of a deep line player who gets the ball, spreads it. Yeah. Very much like Jorginho off Arsenal. That's what I think.
Yeah, and where he came from, Chelsea, did he?
Chelsea,
yeah.
So, but look, there is some positives. Like I said, Lavia coming back, Reece James not getting injured. Cucurella I still think is very good. Had a great game. Made 1 or 2 mistakes, but got away with a penalty that possibly should have been. But other than that, we kind of just move on from this game and go on to the next one. And I just want us to be a bit more creative, a bit more clinical. I want us to, like we were trying, at times we're trying to walk the ball into the box. Like, look at us back in the day, Frank Lampard. Now, I know we don't have anybody of that caliber, but Jesus Christ, the amount of goals he scored from outside the box and just taking shots. Like, we don't do it anymore. Teams just want to walk the ball into the fucking back of the net these days. Like, so I'd just like to see a midfielder that's going to take a few shots for me.
Our team's a lot more compact nowadays, though, defensively, and maybe that's why you can't get the shots off.
Yeah, a lot of teams will camp their 18-yard box and they'll block a lot of shots. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe tactically it's just not the same.
Because like I think every club in the world, well, all the top clubs now are saying that we need a striker. There's none available, and then when you have a striker, because I'm seeing that as well, that they're not shooting enough, but that there has to be a reason behind that.
Yeah.
So that's possibly that they just haven't got the opportunities to, and you don't want to see them wasting opportunities either. You've got a lot more of those players that aren't out and out strikers. They're not wingers. They're more of the number 10s that can just move in and out. And I think Cole Palmer was your main danger man, and you need someone science of his caliber to play alongside him, I think.
Yeah, I think we put too much pressure on him nearly and relied on him too heavily.
Absolutely. That's why I think we need someone else.
But again, like I said, I think he has a bit more space when Enzo Fernandez isn't in the team, because I'm finding that Enzo Fernandez is actually just advancing forward into a lot of his positions and taking up a lot of his space. So that's why I'm kind of like I would prefer Lavia and Caicedo to be there. So we'll see how it goes in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully they all stay fit, because I'm fucking sick of them all getting injured. And yeah, we'll see how we go. I don't really have much else to add on to it. Do you have
I think next week we should have a look at the run-in.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah,
because we obviously it's international 2 weeks now, so at least maybe that's what we could do.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the run-in. We'll see who has the easiest fixtures, and maybe what we'll do is we'll predict what we think the results will be, and then we'll have a final table
to include United. Can we do like our top 12?
No. You mean relegation? We'll see if they're going to fall into relegation or not. We could not be giving me the top 12.
14 now.
Don't give me top 12.
3 points off 10s. Come on.
Right, so that was it, Paddy. Look, like I said, low results, lack of creativity. Hopefully we can get somewhere in the next couple of weeks. Arsenal and Manchester United, 1-1. Good result, or were you disappointed with that?
No, I can't be disappointed, and I know you mean probably disappointed because we should have won it. We were the better team, especially in that second half. We could have scored. Well, no, look, we didn't score 2 or 3 goals, but their keeper was really, really good. Saved the game, earned them a point, and Declan Rice with a superb tackle against Highland as well. Yeah. Although he could have been done a little bit better, but low in confidence. But again, wrapping these 2 games up together in a similar way that you did. Highland got his goal against Leicester. That was 3-0 to Manchester United. Finish. Superb finish. Yeah. See, like for a player low in confidence, superb finish. And also in between these games as well was the Europa League game.
Yeah.
Where we advanced to the quarterfinals. And Bruno Fernandes in each and every game, like 2 or 3 goal contributions in each game. Roy Keane coming out a couple of weeks ago and slating Bruno Fernandes the way he did. I said at the time, I think the punditry in Sky Sports in particular is getting very lazy, and they're looking for more clickbait now than actually doing any meaningful analysis of games and of players. So I'm glad that type of criticism hasn't affected Bruno in a negative way. If anything, I think he's using it as to prove a point, which he is doing. But the mood around Manchester United has changed drastically over the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I suppose I'll bring it up here while we're talking about United.
Yeah,
there was the Radcliffe interview came out. Nobody from an ownership point of view has come out and talked. Not many owners do from any club, really.
Yeah, you rarely see it. Yeah,
but to have that open dialogue was a breath of fresh air, and I don't think it really mattered what he said once he came out and said something.
Yeah,
but to set the story straight about the tickets and stuff like that, it takes the negativity away from some of the areas. Now, some of them you just can't get away from, like taking the money away from the players. But I'm not going to rehash that. I think Gary Neville done an excellent job in his interview for the overlap.
Yeah,
when he was discussing it, and then the news came out for the 100,000 seater stadium.
Looks like a circus, by the way.
Whatever.
Fitting stadium.
That's fine. That's fine. 100,000 seaters. Look, it's grand. Talking about being the most profitable club in the world in the next 2 to 3 years as well. A lot of positive news. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, and at the moment, United are breaking those eggs, making some hard decisions.
The problem is they're leaving the shells inside the eggs, so people are like chewing on hard fucking bits of shell.
I think Michelle lost her job actually. But to go back to the football side of things, you're starting to see the players playing the way Amram wants them to play. I really like the way he moved to a low block against Arsenal, to do the game, and I think that allowed a bit of confidence to come into the squad. Dorgu, I think, has been a fantastic signing so far. He's come in, done a great job. He's obviously got suspended, but he was great in the Europa League. Can't wait to see him back in the Premier League. He's gone straight into my fantasy football because I think he will get decent points as a defender. And yeah, look, we're only up to toward the end. That's fine. But Lyon in the next round, the Europa League, very good chance to progress there. It'll be either Rangers or Atletico Bilbao, I think, in the round after that, if we get through against Lyon. But I think we've a lot of players returning from injury as well. So things are looking very, very positive at the moment for Manchester United. And that's comparing to last season and the first half of this season, not against when we were winning trebles in '99 and everything else, which everyone seems to try and compare United to now. You have to compare United last year to this year.
Yeah.
The first half of the season to the second half of the season. And we're starting to see now a little bit of an improvement over the last, say, 10 to 15 games. I think that's what we've only lost 4 games in the last 15 or something.
It's been 6 weeks off as well.
yeah. No, it's a look. Yeah, I'm happier now than I have been in a good while.
Big positive, Paddy.
big positive. And I started.
Yeah, you started positive.
Things are really bad at United, and I said, no more. I'm being positive. And that reverberated throughout all of Manchester United land, and things are starting to look up now. So
the Radcliffe interview, did you watch the full thing? What were your main takeaways from it? I didn't really watch it. I've just seen a couple of clips. I did see the one you were referring to about taking the players' money away, and then just saying, why didn't you just do a dinner with like Maguire and Bruno and raise that? And it was weird that he just sent. No one actually suggested that. And you're talking about one of the best businessmen in the world. How did he not like?
I don't think he's involved in the
actual operation side of it.
Yeah, those miniature decisions. He leaves his people to do that.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure there will be discussions, because from a PR perspective, that looks really bad now that Gary Neville had to bring that up, and he's kind of sitting there going, "Oh no." But
what was good was actually that Gary Neville goes, "Do you not think that's weird that I'm the one that's brought that to you?" Like that I like. But
you see, Gary Neville was talking more from there as a captain, because he said as well, would the players all not give €1,000 each?
Yeah, exactly.
Out their salary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To cover that 40,000, because it was only 40,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really, really well delivered. But I like that, because during all of these type of interviews, Radcliffe could have said, "Okay, well, our team is going to have a look at this, and you can include this, this, and this."
Yeah, certain amount of questions.
But he said, "Include whatever you want."
Yeah, that's good.
And that was the BBC interview, the overlap interview. He did not care. He put everything on the table. Very, very open. Sure, he's even turned around and said now that, "Look, I don't mind getting the flack now, because I want to see Manchester United back where they belong. But if I got the extreme flack that the Glazers are getting, I might just walk away."
Yeah. Because I think you would feel like that if you are trying to do the best thing for the club, not having a hidden agenda behind it. If he genuinely wants United to get back to where they want to be, I would understand the frustration if fans are really getting on him to leave, if he's actually putting his heart and soul into it. So I understand what he's saying there.
What I took away from it is this man is worth billions. He's not in this for money.
Yeah.
He's not in it for money. Otherwise, he would have tried and got a complete takeover. The way he talked about Manchester United was that he loves the club, and he wants to see the club back winning trophies. And for me, as a fan, that's all I can possibly want. Making bad decisions now. But he talked about, yes, the difficult decisions they're doing now, such as taking lunches away, all that stuff. Look after the pennies and the pounds, look after themselves. He did say that when the club returns to a profitable state, they can implement some of these good things again. But for now, they need to be removed. Hard decisions. But if Manchester United want to be successful again on and off the pitch, these are the type of things that need to be done. And he can say it, but this is down to the Glazers.
Yeah,
100%. He can't. He can't.
Yeah, he can't come out and say it.
He can't badmouth the Glazers. He can't. But they've taken a complete and utter step back here, and allowed him and his team to do what they need to do. Look, people are saying, look, oh, well, he's taking the flack for their bad decisions. He's taking the flack for his decisions he's making now. So he decided to do the 200 redundancies, raise the ticket prices, so on and so on and so forth. But I think those decisions are not from a greed perspective, like the Glazers taking their dividends out and not putting it back into the club and loading more debt onto the club. The decisions he's making is to help the club in the long run. So I have to respect him for that.
Yeah, I always admire anybody that just comes out and says open interview. Well, off you go, ask whatever you want. I'll answer it as best I can and as honest as I can. You have to respect it. Like if I was a fan of a club that like if I was like yourself, I was a United fan. That's what I'd want. I'd want pure honesty from the owner. I'd want to know what his agendas are. I want to know, like, right, we know he's a billionaire. Surely he's not doing it for money, but I want him to come out and say, I'm doing this to get this club back to where it belongs. And that's what I would want to hear. So he's singing all the right tunes for United fans.
Look, I think whatever about people saying, the stadium is going to look like a circus, blah 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 blah. I can tell you now, it's going to be absolutely spectacular when it's done.
Yeah,
and you can call it what it just wants. We're 100,000 seater.
Yeah,
100,000 seater.
100,000 seater and 11 clowns on the pitch. Just to do your circus. Right. You've nothing else to add on to United, then, do you?
I could sit here and talk for the next 4 hours.
No, you're all right. We'll move on. Right, Paddy, we're jumping on to the fancy football. Yeah, I know, yeah. Right, Paddy, I'm going to pull up the fancy football. We'll have a look at my team first. It's up on the screen now. Again, we haven't said it because we're fucking terrible at doing it. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit subscribe. Please like, please follow, all that good stuff that helps us grow. Paddy, do you want to move in there for a little bit? See why you're kind of out there. Someone's at the door downstairs. Right, Paddy, we'll look at it. What have I got? 33 points. Bowley's little boys. Now it's very bad because a lot of people had Gabrielle and Saliba or something like that, and they got clean sheets and stuff like that, whereas I didn't. So I played a free hit. So I'm back to my old team next week. So my team looks completely different this week. So I have Sells and goal, 1 point. I brought in Aina thinking he would get something. Didn't get anything. Guardiola, 1 point. 8 Nuri, 2 points. So shocking defense. Made a bollocks of it because I left Semenyo as captain by mistake. Kluivert, 2 points. Semenyo, 2 points as captain. I brought Son in thinking handy one for them against Southampton. They'll score a few goals, get beaten.
Now, obviously, we didn't have Newcastle, we didn't have Liverpool in this game week, so this is why this team looks.
This is why it's so different, and it reverts back next week to what I had the week before. So, and Buemo brought me in 6 points, so I don't mind that. Brought in Haaland, brought in Wood, and Wissa got me 8 points as well. So, a couple there haven't Tom on the bench. Not great. Look, 33, average was 40, so below average, so not great. Couple of red markers there that I don't like. Let's have a look at your team. Where are we?
26.
26.
I moved up a spot. Agreeing. It's
John
green.
Terry's number. 26. Right there. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
Not too bad. Sells and goal got me 1.
So your overall?
45, yeah. I was happy with that. Above average for a change. I moved up a spot. And why? Because I brought in Bruno. I didn't make him captain, unfortunately. That would have been a much, much smarter thing to do, but brought him in. Tarkowski, Guardiola, Gabriel, and Keane got me a combined 8 points there. Bruno 17. Saved me week. Yeah. Gibbs White 5. I always get this fella's name wrong. Matoma.
I should have let you do it because
Miatoma.
Yeah.
Sounds like a phone brand or something. Kluivert, he's going to start scoring again. He's going to come good. Wood 4 points. Who was my captain? I can't remember who they were playing against.
Southampton.
Yes, I thought he was going to clean up against Southampton.
No, it wasn't Southampton.
No, it wasn't Southampton.
It was Ipswich.
I thought Ipswich. I was going
to 4 like this. Yes. 4 goals and like Alanga got 2.
And I had Gibbs White.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was it. That's your whole team.
Highland got me 7 points.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good return for Highland.
So 45. Look, that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. That keeps the green. That keeps them arrows green. Yeah. Let's have a look at the table, Paddy. The beyond the ball dollar table.
This type of a week could really change things if someone.
Yeah, really could. But it's not going to because Adam Donald's still top. Although he only got 24 points.
Nobody moved up or down.
Yeah, only 24 points. God. Now look at this. Although I had a shit week, I'm after gaining 9 points on him. And look, it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you keep chipping away at these 5 points, 9 points, that'll add up.
Yeah.
So first in the league is still Adam McDonald. He's got 1,963, 24 points this week. Then Aaron Gray is in second with 1,955. So only 8 behind him.
So Adam McDonald's top for most of the season.
Yeah.
Is he gonna gas like Liverpool?
He could do. He could do a Liverpool. Bowley's little boys, myself sitting in third with 1,921. Harry O'Sullivan is in fourth with 1,912. Then we've got Chris Gernon in fifth. We've got Keane Costa on sixth. Liam McDonald in seventh. Drop down. Niall Gain in eighth. Kieran Connolly up to ninth, who was Water. And Jordan Murphy is up to 10th. So that is it. Shall we have a look at the March League? See how that's going.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look. Oh, who's leading it? Chris Gernon. Chris Gernon is leading the league with 146 points. He did good. What? Oh no, sorry. Wait, hold on. Did he get 73 this week?
Wow.
That can't be right.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Fuck. 146 he's got for the month. 137 is Nestor behind them. Then we've got Keane Costello with 137 as well. And then Dylan McCartan 135 and then 131. So
these must be captain's Bruno or something, did he? So,
let's go. We check his team.
Yeah.
Have a quick look at it there. Wild card played, okay. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes captain. Great show. He had Milankovic in there as well. So 11 points. He had Bone and Wemo. Yeah, that was good. It was a good week. All right, that's it. That's the fancy football updated. Everybody knows where they're at. Still got plenty to play for though. Paddy, we're gonna jump on now to the unpopular opinions.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
The chip, the manager chip.
Oh yeah. Oh, you still have that, do you?
Yeah, I'm still doing that.
You fucker. That gives you a manager for 3 weeks.
I know, and then I was actually looking. There's a game week coming towards the end of the season, so it's a double game week.
Yeah, you keep it for that. Yeah. Right, Paddy. Unpopular opinions. First one up. Do you want to go with it?
Mr. Jason Garvey. I love Arsene Wenger's new offside rule and hope it comes into play. So, for context here, for a player to be offside now, you only have to have any part of your body that can score a goal to be past the last defender. So it could be your nose, your head, just with your cock. Yeah. You can score with your cock. No cock balls now anymore. But with what Arsene Wenger said is there needs to be daylight between the attacker and the defender. So the defender's whole body needs to be past the defender. So if his foot is behind the defender, you
get emotional.
My voice is breaking. I'm going to a over to you. My balls just dropped.
You're offside with
it. So yeah, even if the striker's foot is behind the defender, he would be onside. It's going to make the game really, really.
Is it coming into play?
I don't know. Look, again, you see a lot of this shit on social media, but nothing concrete. The only thing I've seen lately in terms of change is the implementation of the semi-automated offsides.
That has to happen because.
About what match were we watching the other day? The Carabao Cup final. The goal.
Yeah.
Liverpool goal.
Yeah, exactly.
It took like 2 or 3 minutes.
It's scandalous. Like, it shouldn't take that long to make these decisions. The assisted. When did they do the assisted? What was it in? Was it in the Euros or something like that?
I was in an English competition as well, I think. Was it the Carabao? No, or maybe the FA Cup.
I can't remember what was in. It worked perfect.
It did.
It worked perfect. It's fucking instant, and you can't really argue with what they're saying. You're seeing it.
Yeah.
They're showing you the graphic. It's all animated. Works perfect.
Absolutely.
I think that's great. This one here though. As a defender, if I was a defender, I would hate that change because I feel like it gives the advantage back to the striker.
And I get that, but I mean, for football as a whole, it would make things a lot more.
100%. Yeah. I think. So here's the question I have, right? Does it still stop VAR's flaws because you're just doing it the other way now?
Well, you would hope that they bring in the semi-automated stuff. What it might do is, what I think it would do is, it would probably change how the game of football is played.
Yeah.
From a tactics perspective, because defensively, you would have to set up a lot different.
You'd have to set up deeper and stop them runs in behind.
Deep line. Yeah. So your keeper then could even.
Yeah, he's the next line. Well. Yeah. It'd be very difficult, I think, for defenders.
Yeah.
Although they might like it that they can sit deep, because look, some defenders don't like pushing up, because if you're not a fast defender, one ball over the top and you're snookered. So I don't know. I like this one. I like the idea that we're changing rules because we've brought VAR in and nothing has changed along with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've fallen behind on the rest of the rules, but VAR has still come in and we're falling behind with it. It's not acquainted. They're not aren't acquainted to each other.
Yeah.
So I think we do need to mix up the rules a little bit. And fuck it, this is a major one, so fuck it, why not?
Yeah, no,
I agree with this one now, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go on to the next one. Jordan Murphy _24. Liverpool came closest to winning the quadruple out of all the English clubs. Well, that's nonsense.
That's bullshit.
Because City won the treble.
They won the Premier League one season and they won the Champions League another season.
Now, I wonder, I believe he sent me the message on this because he had his reasoning.
No, I get it. It's 1 point away from the Premier League and 1 kick away from the Champions League or something like that. Yeah. Well, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah, you're right.
They won nothing.
So this is the message he sent me, right? So quite a big message. So he's giving me. So he's giving me the big message. So I'm gonna honor him and I'm gonna read it out. So Liverpool are the closest English club to doing the quadruple in 2022, despite only winning the domestic cup double. They came second in the league by 1 point that they lost the UCL final 1-0. If you change 2 results, 2 goals in that season, and it will be a quad.
So they didn't even win one of the big ones that season. They won
No,
the
it was
the FA Cup and the
domestics.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Get the bow.
Whereas United's 99 won, they got knocked out of the League Cup in the quarterfinals to Spurs, who ironically won it. City 2023, same again. Obviously, the League Cup, they got knocked out in the quarters to Southampton. Do you see where I'm coming from, or am I just being a biased cunt?
Biased cunt.
And I wrote back, yes, you are being a biased cunt. It's good one though, I'll read it out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, as a Liverpool supporter, you can kind of say, right, okay, I understand why he's saying it, but it's bullshit. Like, you know, the teams that won the treble came closest to win the
in
quadruple.
20 years' time, I'm gonna say to you, what team came closest to winning a quadruple?
Yeah.
You're gonna go, well, who won the most trophies? The one that had the 3 trophies, obviously.
Yeah.
So, like, do you know what I mean?
Ah, but
I get what he's saying, but he's technically he's very wrong.
But look, I'll be honest with you, when I first seen that, I thought it was because they won a cup and one of the big ones in terms of either the Champions League or the Premier League. The fact that they only won the 2 domestic cups, that's not even a chance. Am I even nearly agreeing with it? If it was the Premier League and then they just lost it, because I remember when they lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League, I thought they won the league that season, but no, that wasn't. And even the year they won the league was the COVID league. No, great.
Right, yeah. So look, Jordan, thanks for the message, but unfortunately, we're both gonna have to disagree with you on that one. Paddy, next one. You just see it's to the length of it. Do you want me to go with it because you got a bad voice?
Iggy 6. Virgil van Dijk would be found out if he played against the greats like R9, Inzaghi, Crespo. Not even top 10 best defender ever. Pull defense from the front always allows him to be isolated against one striker.
I agree. I'm gonna show my hand straight away.
You talk first.
I agree with this because I think it might have only been the last time. Was it last week when we were doing not last week, the week before we were doing the podcast? I did say that like Virgil van Dijk didn't come up against the type of strikers that he was playing against, like Drogba's and stuff like that. And it is one that I overlooked, is that now a lot of teams are just going with one striker, and you're just dealing with wingers then. So you're making yourself look so good against one striker. Whereas back in the day, we all know 4-4-2. That was the formation. And then even at that, it was like if you went to the 4-3-3, which was really, really popular for a while, you'd usually get like someone just sitting there up at the 10 and kind of occupying the striker space.
Yeah.
But now it's just like 4-2-3-1, and you have them wingers kind of sitting a bit deeper as well. At times, but I agree with this because I think he's a brilliant striker, but I think I was looking at the word striker. Didn't even say it, so I'm not. But I do agree that he is a good defender, but his life is probably made a little bit easier because of how teams play now.
Yeah, look, and to add to that, I'm not going to repeat what you said, which I absolutely agree with. He hasn't won as much as some of the best defenders that played in the Premier League. They mind the world. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't even put him in the top 3 Premier League defenders of all time.
Yeah,
not Premier League defenders ever of every team. I think he's a good defender. Don't get me wrong, but people talking about me the best defender ever. Like, no, I don't know where to get it from. It's crazy.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, he's very good.
He is very good.
He's just. I don't know. For me, he's just not.
Look, I think we got an example of the delusional thoughts in the last unpopular opinion when they're saying the closest to the thing. This is Liverpool fans all over, and now Virgil van Dijk, the greatest ever, like, of course, because everything is just the best ever with Liverpool. They were going to win the quadruple in the last week. Fuck off.
Now, to be fair to Iggy, he's saying he's the opposite side.
No, Iggy.
Iggy 6 is saying that.
I agree with Iggy.
Yeah, he's saying that he's not.
Well, he's saying it because he's probably listening to all the Liverpool fans saying, "Oh, Virgil van Dijk is the best defender," and all, and he's probably sick of listening to it. So Iggy, the good man that he is. Oh, if you're our man, I don't know which identify as.
Whoa! We don't assume gender. It's 2024, Paddy. Okay, whoa! Cancelled.
It's gonna be an excellent podcast. Excellent podcast.
It's the best podcast in the
world. But yeah, he decided to bring this unpopular opinion to us so we could air it and show all the Liverpool fans, that they are wrong.
Yeah, okay. I agree with this as well because I think, better caliber of strikers at least back in the
Thanks,
day.
Iggy.
Thank you. Right, next one. Saturday Cereal Podcast. Jammy Dodger will win the King of the Biscuits in 2025.
Did you hear? It's King of the Biscuit time again.
Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, it is.
Oh,
And do you know what? I was rooting for Jammy Dodger last year. I'm a big fan of Jammy Dodger. I don't think it gets enough credit.
I always go for the buttery ones.
Custard creams?
No, the Scotch ones, the little square ones.
Oh no, not just the square. Oh, what do you call
the buttery ones?
Shortbread.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good, but are they up there with the best?
Oh, for me it will be. For me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going like
Jammy
Jammy Dodger.
Dipped in fresh cream.
That is weird. Who dips a biscuit in cream?
I don't eat them with sweetener usually, so that's the one. The guilty
You are
pleasure.
weird, right? For anyone for context, Paddy doesn't eat like sugary stuff. That's
No, I don't. Not for health purposes. I just don't like the taste of it.
It's not weird. It's just weird.
But yeah, so just to give them a shout out, Saturday Cereal Podcast. A friend of ours does that podcast. Excellent podcast.
Yeah.
As Donald Trump would say. But
very good.
Every year he has this competition, King of the Biscuits. It's always great crack. So head on over to their page, give it a like.
Do go over and do follow it, and because we have polls that go up, and don't just do it for us. Do it for him. Do it for the biscuits. We need justice for biscuits in the world.
Do it for Irish podcasts.
Yeah, Irish podcasts. You're supporting Irish podcasts.
Local. You know what I mean?
But we get to put biscuit. We get to pit Jammy Dodger against like chocolate bourbons and all. Like it's like Chelsea versus United in the day. Like, it's fucking slobber knockers.
What biscuit would Chelsea be?
At the moment, rich teaks, they fall apart really easy. United would be a crumble. That's how their season's going. It's crumbling.
We're going to win the Europa League.
Oh, well, hold on. So what are we saying? What would Manchester United be realistically?
It'd have to be a shortbread because I love it. I love shortbread. And I love United. Come on, United.
So good. So good. Sorry to all of our homophobic listeners. Right, we'll move on to the next one there. But do go and follow Saturday Cereal Podcast, please.
Mr. Jason Garvey, would Colly take Pogba at Chelsea? I didn't see it here. See this one coming.
Yeah, and the answer's no.
No.
Yeah, no. Back in the day, if it was pre-Manchester United, absolutely. But I don't believe he would bring what we need. For one, he's too old. He's above the age of 21. So Chelsea won't sign him.
No, but look, I mean, would you take him on a 2-year contract?
No.
For a cheap 2-year contract?
No, I wouldn't take him at all, to be honest with you. No, I just look. I get why this would be a good question because he has that bit of creativity and probably something that we're missing. But I just don't.
Risk.
Very big risk. I think it's a very big risk.
Is it that big?
Yeah, I think it is.
Right.
I just feel like because the stuff I seen him doing when Mourinho was there, it just really turned me off. Regardless of like his ability, his great ability. Look, you could be the best player in the world, but if you have a stinking attitude, you get found out pretty quick, I think. So, yeah, I just couldn't take him knowing what he's done to Mourinho, one of the greatest managers of all time. I just couldn't do it.
I understand that. Yeah.
I'm an attitude kind of guy.
Well, that one was just for you. So.
Yeah, that was just for me. Yeah, fuck you. This random name. That's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kante was never a defensive midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder. I would agree at Chelsea, he was definitely more of a box-to-box midfielder. When he was at Leicester, he kind of sat a lot deeper. And I'd say probably for 1 or 2 seasons, mate.
But even I'd say a box-to-box midfielder would have scored more.
Well, to be fair to Kante, he was very good at breaking the ball up high up in the pitch, but he scored a couple of goals. Like
I know, but I always would have thought of him as a defensive player.
Yeah, because he's so good at tackling and breaking up the play.
Yeah.
I think he naturally is a defensive midfielder, and we're going to call him a defensive midfielder. He's not an attacking style midfielder. Whether he plays in that attacking position or not, or defensive position, I still see him as a defensive midfielder. He could play in the number 8. He could play in the number 6.
Like Steven Gerrard, Roy Keane, they were box-to-box midfielders.
Yeah.
And they scored, well, like Gerrard scored a lot more than him, but even Kane scored, like Lampard would
Lampard would have been box-to-box.
Well, then, you wouldn't put Kante in the same. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't as good as them for what he'd done, because he was one of the greatest midfielders the Premier League has ever seen.
Yeah.
But at what he done.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is defensive midfielder.
Yeah, so look, I don't mind this one. I get it. I get it that he was never a defensive midfielder because he broke in my opinion, he broke the play up more higher up the pitch. So that's why he's probably saying that. But he is a defensive style midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder. Like in my opinion, he is a defensive midfielder. Yeah. He wasn't scoring fucking crackers from 25 yards, so therefore I wouldn't call him attacking midfielder. But no, box to box midfielder. Yeah, probably not wrong with that one either. So no, I like that one. That's a good one. So I'd slightly disagree with that one, I'd say.
Yeah, I disagree as well. Yeah.
Okay. This is yourself, Paddy.
Rise Football World 2.0. Gary Swan and Dana Wine are the GOAT Usher Celtic gaffers. I have no idea what language that even is, to be honest. I have no idea what that means. So I'm just going to agree. Yeah, you're dead right.
Fair play to Gary Swan and Dana Wynn.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that is not wine, like you said. Win.
Oh, win, sorry, yeah.
Just it wouldn't be the Beyond the Ball podcast if you didn't mispronounce the name.
My dad did them.
So yeah, look, Gary Swan and Dana Wynn. We don't know who you are. You are obviously us, our Celtic gaffers, but apparently you're the greatest of all time. So, big up and keep up the great work. That's what we say here at Beyond the Ball. Paddy, am I reading this one?
Hello, I'll do. This is your unpopular opinion. So this is Colly's unpopular opinion. Very, very unpopular, as you'll hear now. Chelsea will win the Premier League in the next 5 years. And if you cut that now, like I'm saying it, I will leave the podcast forever.
We'll be like, here's one from Big Paddy. Chelsea will win. No, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I don't see us needing massive amounts of work. And I see Manchester City getting worse. I see Liverpool potentially getting worse in the next year or two. I see Spurs failing. United aren't going to be anywhere near what they should be. Arsenal, I think, are the biggest bottle jobs of all time. So I am saying that Chelsea are going to win the league because I believe that Chelsea are improving and will improve over the next 3 or 4 years. And we will get that. Like I was saying about that Brazilian lad coming over to us, I really think he's going to improve us. Andre Santos is going to be in our squad next year as well, which is a massive improvement. So we are strengthening the squad, and we've signed 2 midfielders who I don't know who they are. So I'll tell you what they're like next season because we spent fucking 60 million on them from Sporting Lisbon. And I just believe that we will have, if we can get a good striker, a clinical striker like Ollie Watkins or something, even in like someone that will just get us goals each week, I think Chelsea will win the league in the next 5 years.
I know I list all those points, and I think you're delusional to say the very least, because you brought up about all these teams getting worse over the next couple of years. But even if some of the teams you said get worse, they still won't be at the level of Chelsea, because Chelsea's success rate in signings over the last couple of years has been probably 30% success, 70% failure.
Man,
so you're talking about these players coming in next season.
League recently.
There's no guarantees.
We won the Champions League recently.
With who? With
Tom Tuchel.
Yeah, with the players. Some of the players.
Nah, but Jesus, not one player left in the team. I don't think it's fucking Reece James. I think he's the only person
that's
left. But we should not have won that. We should not have even won that Champions League. But we shouldn't even won that Champions League. Like, we were blessed to win that Champions League. Thomas Tuchel fucking scraped us through that thing.
Yeah, look, you won it. You looked smart. He's won it. That's on the record books. He's won it.
Yeah.
But no, I can't see Chelsea winning the Premier League in the next 5 years. I think there will be other teams there.
You're wrong. All right, you're fucking wrong.
I think United will win it before Chelsea.
Now, that should be your unpopular opinion, because that is nonsense. What gives you what gives you the ball sitting in 12 positions?
I bet you €50 United win the league before Chelsea.
Check it. Now, €50 when it happens is probably going to be worth about €700 because it's going to be ages before we win it, isn't it?
Probably be new, like in Bitcoin or something. Yeah. You get 0.0001 of my Bitcoin.
United aren't winning that league for the next 10 years.
We shall see.
At least 10.
We shall see.
Right, okay, fair enough. So, do you agree or disagree with that, buddy?
Absolutely disagree.
Right, well, I'm going to read out your one. And some people are not going to be happy with this one. In from Big Paddy. Liverpool are going to bottle the league this season.
Yes, and this is not clickbait. This is not me just pulling an idea out of my head to get a reaction. I have done some research here.
Oh.
And I have looked at Liverpool's I get so excited there.
Look at this.
I looked at Liverpool's last 10 games of last season in the Premier League. They won 5, they lost 2, and they drew 3, dropping 12 points.
Okay.
And you're seeing in the last week against PSG and against Newcastle, that same thing that happened to them last season in terms of just running out of a little bit of gas at the end of the season. They've done so well with a small squad because he only uses about a core of 15 players. So I think, look, they may still win it, but I think it will be a lot closer than 12 points. And the only reason I think I don't know, if Arsenal were stronger, I would be 100% sure saying to this, look, they're going to come back.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal will drop points as well.
Yeah.
And that's what will probably get Liverpool through. But Liverpool have a 12-point lead now. I think it's very possible Liverpool could drop 12 points in the next 9 games. But I think Arsenal might also as well. So, look, I know I said they're going to bottle the league. But if Arsenal were better, they'd bottle it. But you know what I mean? I think they'll bottle the 12 points.
Yeah, it's hard to bottle it when nobody's willing to take the bottle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Take the ball, exactly. Yeah.
There's nobody there to fucking to punish them. Like, so maybe if City were performing well, they might have done it. But I'm gonna disagree with you. I think the league's over. I'm being honest. I think the league's over. 2 words, Mohamed Salah. That's literally all I can say. He's just been carrying them. And
you're dead right, and really good. And people, you've seen his stats for finals.
1 goal. Was it 1 goal? And it was
in 11 finals, 2 goals, both penalties.
Yeah, it's not great, is it, for
a player of his stature?
Yeah,
you know, like.
No, look, not better than Hazard.
Now look at the end of the day, you could say, okay, he didn't win any finals for his teams, but he probably won the league this season.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and he will. Yeah.
He look. I'm not getting into the debate again because I think Hazard's better, but he's been phenomenal. And like I said, this whole thing, I'll give a fucking blank checkbook, go and tell him to write whatever he wants because you can't. I don't care what you say. You cannot replace that amount of goals and that amount of like goal involvements and. Like,
I wouldn't release on him.
Would you not?
No,
you wouldn't.
I understand why they're not.
Do you think it's just his age? Like,
yeah.
Oh no, I'd be fucking.
I'm looking at like maybe a 1-year contract. I'll give him a 1-year contract, but he doesn't want a 1-year contract.
You see, the thing is, right? We get so distracted by what's happening in 4 years' time. You need to just do now. Like he is one of the best players in the world right now.
But he's looking for probably close to $500,000 a week. And you're talking about if you give him a 3-year contract and in a year his form.
No, but they won't know. So yeah, I think. What he wants is a 1 year with a 1-year extension, but they only want to offer him a 1 year. I would give him the 1 year and then offer it with the extension. If he does certain targets, if he says, yeah, you have to score a fucking minimum of 20 goals, 10 assists, or something like that to show that you're still contributing to the team like you can at that top level. Yeah. I would say, then you can initiate your extension. But like I wouldn't be giving him a 3-year deal like that. It's not on them wages that he's probably going to be requesting. So I
think but I think even if they did come back and offer him now, I think he might be gone.
I don't know.
I'm just looking.
I'm so surprised that there hasn't been any announcement and any like much talk about it, like other than him coming out and saying, "I still don't know what's going on with the club." Like there's not been like Saudi have actually made contact because I did see that about Real Madrid and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, they made an official approach for him. So I don't know why because he's fucking. He's
why did it take 20 million?
I know, I know. Fucking stupid. Like.
But I think you seen against Newcastle, Salah missed Trent.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he was really poor. He was really poor in that game. I thought, like even his touches and stuff like that, he was asleep. He just didn't show up to the races. So, a massive shout out to Newcastle, by the way, who we haven't congratulated yet. That was great to see. Whatever about it's great that Liverpool lost, but. Like for Newcastle to win 72 years, I think, since they had their last trophy. The club is unbelievable. It lives, breathes, like the city of Newcastle lives and breathes football. Yeah. Whether you're Newcastle or whether you're Sunderland, it was great. I thought to see Newcastle win because you know how much they've been through, and you know like what like they've gone through with the owners and stuff
so many times. Yeah, and exactly with your man fucking sports director and everything else. Yeah.
So I think fair fucks to them and
Eddie Howe is a good manager, likable guy. Yeah. They've bought well, and like this, the Saudis came in and they didn't do like what some of the other massive clubs have done and just spent Now, they weren't allowed. They probably could have if they were allowed.
Yeah.
But they've won something, you know, in the right way, you could say. And they looked really good against Liverpool. Really good.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so Paddy, that's it. That's our unpopular opinions done. A massive thank you to everybody who has sent them in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're going to be jumping on to the blind ranking.
So I'll give you. I'll
Sorry,
give you 5 first.
Bit of
Right?
silence there.
So, my 5 for 5 blind rankings for Colly are 5 greatest Barcelona players of all time.
Oh, Barca players. Now, just so you know, we don't know what topics coming up for each other, and we don't know what players that are going to be thrown in. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
So
1 to 5, Ronaldinho.
Oh, Ronaldinho is one of my favorite ever players. You're saying this is Barcelona players?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put him 2. Just because
But you don't know if he's
I don't know. I don't know if he's there, and he might not be in it.
Rivaldo.
That's brilliant as well. 3.
Iniesta.
4.
Neymar.
5. Please don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Messi.
Yeah, 1. Yeah. I nailed that list. I've nailed that list. Right, Paddy.
Yeah.
I have for you.
Let's do it.
5 Brazilian players that I want you to rank.
Bit of samba dancing.
Bit of samba dancing. Okay. First one out. Neymar.
3.
Ronaldo.
R9?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Good
yeah,
one,
it's
good one,
Portuguese,
good one,
yeah. Number 1.
Thiago Silva.
5.
What?
I'm sorry.
Kaká.
4.
Ronaldinho.
2. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Very disappointed with Thiago Silva, by the way. They're gone straight in at 5, not even a hesitation on it.
Brazil, and you call Thiago Silva.
He's a fucking beast. He's still playing.
Yeah, but he's a
fucking
defender.
60.
You don't think of Barcelona and think, oh, them great defenders.
What do you do? Puyol, fucking Daniel Alves. Come on.
R9, Ronaldinho.
I know. Yeah. Right, fair enough. Right, again, we just doing that because that's something we can do for our social medias. We can put up. So sorry if you don't enjoy that, but
don't apologize. That's good content.
That is good content. No,
yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
yeah. And you like it, and that's it. Go, so come down that camera and slap the head off you.
Right, buddy. What have we got next? That's it.
That's it.
That's it. The podcast is done. Oh wow. Yeah. That's
Oh
it.
wow.
Wow. We don't have score predictions because again, Chelsea and United are playing for another week or 2 anyway. We're not looking at internationals. We don't like.
Do we take a week off next week or?
No, I think if we can get some unpopular opinions, some good discussions, we maybe do a short podcast.
Yeah. And we talked about doing something earlier on, didn't we? Oh, predictions for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, predictions. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. So look, a massive thank you to anybody if you have been listening, you have been watching. We appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I keep putting it out on the Instagram page, and every time I put it out, 1 or 2 more hit it. So I hate doing it and spamming subscribe, but I think we're gonna have to keep doing it. But we do appreciate it if you've already done it. Make sure again, the best thing you can do for us is tell your mate, listen, I know you like football. Listen to the 2 lads, bit crack. Again, we're the most interactive. I'm just going to claim this, right? We're the most interactive football podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Who's gonna say we're not?
Yeah. Like I think we might go VR this year.
We might. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. So we appreciate you. I
don't know what that means, but we'll do it.
Virtual reality.
No, I know what it means, but how to do.
Right, Paddy, that's it. We're going to end it there. As I said, we will be back next week at our usual time, which is 7 a.m. on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
podcast gets released. Yeah. You're bollocks. And you know what's going to happen? You get up for work, you're like, oh, fucking, I have to get the Lewis into work now. Oh, I have fucking an hour drive into work now. Do you know what you do? Be on the ball. Oh.
You'd be so fresh going into work.
Oh, you'd be fucking, you know what? You'll actually, people think you're crying. People are like, are you okay? And be like, I'm crying but laughter.
But then they'd be getting their coffee in the morning and they'd be like, Did you hear this that happened on Beyond the Ball?
Yeah.
And you'll recount one of those stories, and you'll have everyone in the office on their backs laughing, and you'll be the coolest fucker in the office.
Yeah.
So do it.
So do it. Yeah, you little dopes or baddies.
Yeah.
Fucking, I always get angry. Right, that's it. We are done. We'll see everybody next week at the same time, Wednesday, 7 a.m. Thank you and goodbye.